Hello, Beth. Beth, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, perfect.
Is Brittany going to join us?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, we got together earlier to go over some stuff.
Okay, good luck.
Thank you. Hey, Brittany.
Hey, Jose.
I was able to get into to stream on YouTube, so we're streaming right now.
Okay, great. Hey, Beth.
Hey, Brittany, how are you?
I'm good. A little nervous.
Nah, you can do it.
I hope so. Thanks.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Hey, Tina, how are you this afternoon?
Hey, good. Good. How are you?
Good, thanks for asking.
Hey, Tina. Hi. How are you?
Good. Good. Not too bad.
Okay, great.
Yeah. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for asking.
For sure. I think we're waiting for maybe 3 other members of the Thousand Ice team.
Yeah, it looks like a few people were accepted the invite. Mark Horn. Welcome, Mark.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, thanks for asking. We're just waiting on a couple more Thousand Eye people to join.
Yeah. Just a heads up too. I know we had a conversation internally this morning. And Shuba, who was leading this project, has been out sick. And so I think the consensus was that we didn't necessarily feel super prepared to go through with the mock session today. But I know there were a few questions from the team. So likely we'll unfortunately need to reschedule or push by a week or so, just to make sure we make the best use of everyone's time.
Yeah, of course, no worries. And like you said, this is a mock event. We're just making sure there's no glitches before we go live.
Yeah.
We're currently streaming on YouTube as well. That's going to be deleted. We just want to make sure there's no gremlins in the gear, so to speak.
Yeah, of course.
And we just had someone else join right now. Is this Gwen?
Yes. Hi.
Hi.
I'm trying. I'm on my phone right now, but I'm trying to get it downloaded on my laptop so I can join via there.
Okay, no worries. Okay, I think that's all of us. Did you want to kick us off, Brittany?
Yeah, sure. Alrighty. So Mark, you mentioned that you wanted to reschedule this meeting.
Yeah, sorry, the username is a bit deceiving. My name is actually Marshall and not Mark.
Oh,
No worries. But yeah, I think so. Shubo has been leading the kind of project and working with you all. And I think this morning we met and just didn't feel super prepared or really kind of knew exactly what this entailed. So I think if there's not anything needed from our end for the mock session, then we can go through. But if there's anything needed, we didn't come prepared with anything.
oh, okay. All right. So this is just an information session so you can know the process
Okay.
leading up to the next couple of weeks.
Okay.
Okay, great.
Yeah, that's perfect then.
Yeah. Okay, so as we all know, the event should be set for August 21st. So leading up to that, we will normally post the event on our Fairstream website 5 weeks before the event. It is already posted as they went ahead and posted it already. So we just wanted to go through the step-by-step process of what will be done weekly to get this thing started and to get traction on the event. So 5 weeks, you will be announcing that you will be partnering with Fairstream on your platform. So you'll be announcing that you'll be hosting a virtual career fair. You'll come with, you can do it in your own wording, so based on your audience. And after that, 4 weeks, in the 4 weeks mark, you will be sending out email to your applicants, to your network. After that 3 weeks, you will be recommending individuals from your organization to start resharing. So we want to make sure that the candidates are being reminded constantly to go ahead and sign up. So it's basically that leading up to the event, constant reminding the candidates to sign up. It's not too late. The last day, the day before the event, you will also want to reach out to ensure that we get as much candidates as possible to attend. On our end, we will be sharing on our platforms also, Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, etc. So we will be sharing that also. So we both have a part to play in advertising the event. So that's that. I also wanted to cover, I think Azay mentioned about the target group, what target group would be sourcing for, or you're not sure?
Last time we spoke, America, correct me if I'm wrong. I think we were looking for mid to senior level,
Okay, what's the role?
and that was going to be for
It was for engineering and product.
engineering, right?
Engineering. Yeah, okay.
Are we, in terms of the kind of outreach and who we're targeting to attend the event, are we able to kind of fine tune by technology, or is it more broad of just kind of senior software engineer?
That all depends on how fine tuned you want it. We can try to get as as broad a scope as possible, so you can have a wide selection, or we can try to narrow it down and pinpoint it a little bit more to what you're exactly looking for.
Yeah, I think from like a technical standpoint, the majority of engineers we hire today and will hire moving forward are on the JavaScript and Java side. So it'd likely be beneficial to try to target kind of those tech areas. And then, yeah, I think the mid-level senior engineers would be great. Senior product managers, would be great. And then also would love to add senior product designers as well. And then anyone else from the Thousand Eyes side have any other kind of areas that we should probably focus on?
Probably if we're able to, site reliability engineering.
Yeah, that's a good call out.
Okay.
That way we can go ahead and have our team, try to filter out as much as possible so we can get the right people on this event. So, it makes it a little easier for you guys to filter through.
Is it better for a broader scope? Like we also hire data engineers. So like a senior data engineer would be useful as well.
Yeah, we would suggest that, the more people, the better, or the more candidates, the better, because, that way you can pick and choose, and, it just gives a broader scope of who you're looking for, who might fill the position needed.
Yeah. So I guess in that case too, like engineering managers and senior engineering managers also focused on Java and JavaScript would be good.
Great. And addition to reaching out to candidates, we'll have our team source the candidates for our reach out. We will also be trying to attract community partners to come and attend the event also.
Tina or America, do you already have your speakers? So we can go ahead and upload that information once you have it?
Yeah, well, we had some speakers for the first time around. I'm gonna have to check in again to make sure that the new date works for them. And I can get back to you on that.
Yeah, and if we can confirm, if it's going to be like 15-minute, 20-minute, 30-minute presentation from them, or also we'd like to know if you would be handling the Q&As, or did you want us to do it on our end during the streaming and presentation?
I think based on what we discussed last time with Shuba, I think it was going to be us.
Okay.
And
What
we'll have
are-
a few volunteers. Oh, good, Tina.
Oh, I was just going to ask about what some common questions might be that usually come up. That way we can either be sure to cover it in our content or be prepared to answer it.
Well, last time Kelly had mentioned, something like the day in the life of what exactly Thousand Eyes is, what they do. Normally, it's something like how defined is a role, and basically what's expected. I mean, they're engineers, they know what's expected basically, but
So are those usually like things to cover for the speakers?
they would be best. That way we can try to do like a day in the life of America in Thousand Eyes. Normally we do this, and this is how we go about our day and what's expected.
And what about like the overall, I mean, I've seen some of your events, but what would you say is like the major things for like for us to cover in the slides as well as the speakers?
That's a good question, and I'd rather defer that to Kelly, since she's the SME on this. Unfortunately, she's in Greece right now, so we can email her the questions. That way she can go ahead and pinpoint exactly what's the best route to cover, and to make sure that all the majority of the questions that are repeated are answered during the presentation, so those won't come up.
Okay, got it. And I know Shuba had asked last time if there was like And I guess this is kind of tied to this, like a template on how to run the slides to kind of go with the speakers and the overall flow. But I don't think there is any, right? It's just like how we choose to kind of put it together.
Correct. And Brittany mentioned that we'd be putting that on the slide, our presentation on Instagram, Facebook. What we'll also do is we'll share so you can go ahead and put them on your Instagram, your Facebook, and your LinkedIn as well.
And just to confirm the timeline, so 5 weeks out would be August 17th for us to share to our network that we're having the event. And then 3 weeks out would be August 31st to encourage others to share.
Sorry, is
Was
Is
that
the
the
event in
timeline?
August?
it's scheduled for the 21st of August.
Oh, sorry, I meant July.
Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes a little bit more sense. Yeah. Yeah, perfect. I mean, 3 weeks would be the end of July right now. So basically, next week or the week after would be our 5 week time frame. So we can go ahead and start doing that.
And I think there was one more thing that Brittany mentioned, right? So it was a 3 week, and then there was something after that that is part of the timeline.
Basically leading up to it, we would blast it again, the week of and a few days before.
Okay.
And sorry, just to talk about the day of, can we just go through the format and the kind of the itinerary? So is it like first 5 minutes of introductions and then the presentation by our speakers, or can you just walk us through that, please?
Yeah, basically just what you touched on right now, Gwen. We'll do the meet and greet right now. We got people on here. We'll go ahead and do the presentation. Our first speaker, I don't know how many speakers you plan on having, the length of their presentation. We can break it down into sessions. If you have, let's say, 2 speakers, we can do 20 minutes, 30 minutes each. That way we leave some time for Q&As. And then I'll just add those sessions to our event so we know who's speaking and basically what they'll be covering.
Okay. So is it kind of up to us then, like as far as if the speakers only spend 10 minutes versus 30 minutes, is that just left up to us then?
Correct. It all depends on how comfortable and how talkative your speaker is. I mean, if they're passionate, they can go on 30, 40 minutes without even blinking. And when some people are a little introvert and they'll only do like 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. And then the breakout sessions, could we have it kind of split up into like one breakout, like so Q&A is what I meant. One for product and one for engineering?
Sure.
Like split up that way?
Yep.
Okay, great.
Jose, do you want to go ahead and walk them through how the event will be setting up on the day when we share it via our website and on YouTube?
Yeah, well, basically, as soon as we log into the event, I'll go ahead and start the live streaming on YouTube. We're currently doing a mock stream right now on YouTube right now. You might be able to see it. We'll go ahead and delete it. We'll also go ahead and delete the event that we posted on Fairstream for today as a mock draft or mock event. I'll go ahead and delete that shortly. And the day of, as soon as we go ahead and log in, we'll start the streaming. We'll do the presentations, and we'll just kick it off from there.
And I apologize. I don't know if this was already asked, but are there marketing materials for you to send to us today?
I'm sorry. What was the question again, Gwen?
Oh, are there marketing materials for you to share with us today?
The only thing I have currently right now is the current template or the current page for the event posting. We're building up to get that out to you hopefully this week or the beginning of next week and start blasting everything out.
Okay. And then I also know as far as, this was another kind of topic of conversation earlier, but I think only one of us has admin rights.
I think it was
Tina,
Shuba,
is
right?
that-
Was it?
I'm not.
No, I think it's me actually.
Oh, okay. And how
Uh,
many admins did you want to have, Tina?
I'm free to actually give my admin seat to someone. I'm not sure how many we're allowed to have, but if it's a problem, I can hand mine over. But I guess ideally, maybe 3 would be fine.
I don't see a problem having 3. I'll double check with Kelly. I know we can have a couple at least, but I don't see a problem having 3.
Okay, sounds good.
I think Kelly had already sent me a link for that, but anytime I would click on the link for like the admin, it would not show up on my profile. So I'm not sure if I'm already added. It's just not working or.
Let me double check real quick here. So this would work best if I can type right. There's no space. Actually, you can have 2 current admins.
Do we know who's set up for those two?
I don't off the top of my head. I'd have to look into it. But like I said,
Okay.
we can create another one. There shouldn't be a problem creating another one.
Okay.
We would just need who would be the admins that we can swap them out or add them to.
Okay.
So back to kind of timing of like what needs to happen prior to the day of. So should we schedule another meeting for the mock event? Question number 1. Question 2, I would imagine that our speakers would need to be present for that, but just wanted to confirm on your end.
They wouldn't need to They wouldn't need to be present for the other mock event. If you'd like to have them, that's not a problem with us. I know my schedule is open anytime in the afternoon. I'm not sure about Brittany. We need to check Kelly's availability. But since Marshall was saying that, Shuba's not on, she's feeling a little down right now or a little ill. We can schedule it for later. Well, probably next week would be better. That way we make sure Kelly's available. If not, we could just run another mock event like this one. And, if the presenter have any questions, we can go ahead and answer them then.
Okay. And then what exactly would that entail? Like, I would imagine a lot of it would be just making sure like technical issues are kind of ironed out, but what else would that entail exactly?
Well, basically, like I said a little while ago, it'd be best to have all the information so I can create sessions. Instead of one whole event, we can create 2 or 3 events during the session. Like you said, product, technical, and so forth. It would be best if we had the information on the speaker so I can add that as well and, kind of give a little breakdown of what they'll be speaking of or speaking on.
So will we have to have like a slide deck for each breakout session?
Not necessarily. If you wanted to be a little bit more detailed, it would be best. That way the presenter can, go ahead and slide out what they're speaking to a little bit and give a little bit more detail to what they're talking about.
Do you have something, because I think the ones I've watched for your events have kind of just been one like event in a whole. I'm not sure,
Right.
but do you have like an example of what that would look like for breakout sessions that we could watch or maybe look into?
I don't have one off the top of my head. We could do a little looking into it and have Brittany forward it on to you.
Okay. Sounds good. And then I was gonna ask about the Q&A, like if we are gonna take that on, which I think that's what was established last time, but we'll have to confirm with Shuba. How what would that mean for us? Like, are we gonna have access to the link separately or
Oh yeah,
how
yeah.
does that work?
You guys will in the chat. Let's say this is the chat. We would give you access so you can go ahead and answer the questions as they pop up. I mean, you know, you're gonna have quite a bit of questions, so hopefully you're gonna go quite a bit of questions. You don't want to be having me ask you guys to answer, and then follow up with another question, and then just get all confused. So yeah, you'll have access to answer the questions in real time. So it'll be better for the candidates to,
Okay.
Perfect. And I'll go ahead, Tina. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
Oh, okay. I just saw your name pop up.
Yeah, we saw your outline in yellow.
So just in your past experience with other events, is it like video calls? Is it just kind of just messaging, or is it a mixture of both?
Since we're doing the presentation, it would mostly be Q&A. You'll be presenting, but I would have to check with Kelly to see if we can pop up like video calls in between the Q&As to see if anybody else wants to add anything to it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, in my previous experience, it's mostly just been messaging, right? But
Yeah,
I just
right.
wanted to make sure if that was an option or something.
Correct.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
I think from a process perspective, it would be great to do kind of like a dry run mock event next week with the speakers. So we can meet internally later this week to put something together, to just kind of walk through, get you all's feedback on, and that way everyone feels prepared. And I'm sure the speakers have a few questions too. In terms of the kind of process for the event and timeline, is that something you'd be able to kind of document via email and send over just so everyone's aligned?
Yeah, there shouldn't be a problem. We would
Okay.
need to confirm with Kelly her time frame to make sure she's available for Q&A as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you guys can coordinate with Beth on the timeline. When you guys would be available, and we'll just confirm it with Beth and Kelly. And hopefully Shuba feels better.
Yeah, I think Kelly should be available on the 24th. That's when she will be back in office.
Okay.
Yep.
That should, looking at the calendar really quick.
Yeah.
That should work for everyone on this call too. Well, obviously depending on time, but if you guys want to suggest a few times that work for the three of you, and then we can align for the 24th and confirm a time today.
I'm flexible.
Okay.
Yeah, anything afternoon is good with me.
So what time works for you?
I'm free 11 to 2 Mountain.
10 to 1 Pacific, PST?
Yes.
Okay.
Maybe 10 a.m. Pacific on the 24th.
Yeah. Jose, does that works for you?
That shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Awesome.
And just to
Uh,
confirm, we'll have the marketing materials within the next week or so, just so we can, because I'm just looking at because we have the 7/21 kind of kickstart for the 5
Yeah.
weeks, right?
Right.
Correct.
Okay.
So Jose will be coordinating with Kelly on that, so we'll be able to send them over as soon as possible. Is there anything else you want to cover, Jose?
That was basically it on my end. I'm not sure if any more questions or doubts.
None from my end right now. I think just the event on the 24th would be helpful, just piecing everything together and feeling comfortable
Yes.
and confident about the event and putting on a solid showing. So
Yeah, iron out the details.
yeah, so I think that's good. And then, and if you could kind of send a recap email on the timeline sequence of events moving forward and up into the event, that would be great. Just so we could all be aligned there.
Yeah, sure. We'll get one sent over.
Cool. Thank you. Gwen, America, Tina, do you guys have anything else?
No, nothing else on my end, but just if we could get some sort of sample, that would be awesome.
No, nothing on my end.
Alrighty, so we'll start working. We'll get working on the sample, the emails, but the step-by-step process, so everyone is on the same page. And to fill in Kelly and Shuba, so when they come back, they will be able to see what happened on this meeting.
Sounds
Thank
great.
you.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Have yourself a
Bye.
wonderful day.
Okay,
You
bye.
too. Bye-bye.
All right.
Jose, can you hang on a bit?
Yeah, of course.
Right.
Well, that didn't go too bad, huh, Beth?
Oh God, I was shaking.